Hi, I'm Jerry James Stone, and you're watching Cooking Stone. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, dude, it's been a while. It's been a whole freaking year since you've made a video. And you're right, it has. But I have a few good reasons. I'm hoping that you all understand. Reason number one, I made a cookbook. Here it is. Holidays. It's awesome. It's for getting drunk on Christmas. It's chock full of drink recipes, appetizers. My good friend Michelle Branch wrote the forward for it. You should totally check it out. You can get it on Amazon.com, or if you live in California, you can get it at Whole Foods. In fact, if you live in California, I'll be signing books, making drinks, making food, and hanging out with people all throughout December. So you should totally come on by. That said, here it is. Reason number two. You might notice that I've actually moved. I moved to San Diego and I have a whole new kitchen, this gorgeous kitchen behind me. So, packing up my life from San Francisco, moving down here, took a little bit. Reason number three, I've been procrastinating. What can I say? Sometimes I just don't get things done. That said, let's get to it. We're gonna make amazing candy corn ice cream today. And here it goes. Aside from being like 99% sugar, candy corn is actually really just two basic flavors. It's honey and vanilla. So we're gonna make an ice cream using that palette. And actually no candy corn will be harmed during this recipe, except for that one. This candy corn ice cream is made using a custard base, which means first we'll need a mixture of whole milk and cream. Then we're going to add in the sugar, salt, and honey. Now, if you want to use less fat in your ice cream recipe, that's fine, but just remember that you risk the texture and it will be icier, so you'll have to experiment a bit. Next, we're going to scald the milk, which essentially means bring the milk up to about 180 degrees Fahrenheit. And the reason you do that is, well, there's a couple reasons. It used to be to kill bacteria and to deactivate enzymes, but that is sort of taken care of with pasteurization these days. The main reason we want to do it now is to sort of denature the proteins that are in the milk. This will help the milk bond better with the eggs, creating a firmer and much better custard for making ice cream. Once the milk has reached 180 degrees, you want to turn off the heat, and then we're going to take half of that milk and use it to temper the eggs. Now, the reason we do that is because if we added our eggs directly to this hot milk and cream mixture, you would get the worst scrambled eggs you've ever had in your life. So by tempering it, we're going to slowly warm them up, and you just do that by, lightly beating the eggs, and then just slowly pouring in the warm milk mixture. And just a little bit at a time, just enough to slowly warm them but not cook them. And once all of the milk is added to the eggs, we then can transfer this egg mixture into the pan with the remaining milk. This is one of those physical challenges that you do as a kid. Can you pour milk and whisk at the same time? I will tell you that sometimes I cannot. This is the thing that messes people up the most. You don't want to do anything else while you're doing this. You want to just focus on creating this custard. So no sexting, no angry birds. You want to just warm this mixture over a medium heat, somewhere between medium, low, and medium. And when it begins to thicken, it will eventually, the way you can tell that it's done is that if you pull the spoon out, like a wooden spoon out from the mixture and slide your finger across it, you'll see that it leaves a streak. There'll be this path. And that means that the custard is formed. So you just have to cook this slow and low. When the custard is properly cooked, remove it from the heat, and then we're going to add in our marshmallow cream. The reason we're adding marshmallow cream is because candy corn is actually made with marshmallow cream. Now you're going to add in your vanilla. So stir that in, and then transfer the mixture to a heat-resistant container. And once it's cooled a bit, put it in the refrigerator. And you want to refrigerate it for at least 6 hours. Once the ice cream base is properly chilled, we're going to run it through the ice cream maker. Whichever ice cream maker you have will be fine. Once the ice cream is ready, transfer it to a freezable container, and you can either choose to diet or not, depending on what your stance is with food coloring. I tend to avoid food coloring, but in this scenario, I want it to kind of look like candy corn. But I'm going to be pretty freaking lazy about it. I'm just going to put a few drops of color on the top and then just mix it inside the container until I get the look that I want. Place your ice cream container in the freezer and let it stay there for probably at least 10 hours before you futz with it. You want it to firm up. It's going to be a lot like soft serve, so that's fine if you want to eat it that way, obviously. But if you want it to be like ice cream, you're going to want it to firm up, and that's going to take about 10 hours. And then once it's done, it'll be gorgeous and colorful and tasty like this pint right here. That's pretty damn tasty. If you want to make this candy corn ice cream, be sure to go on over to cookingstone.tv where you can find the exact measurements for all the ingredients that we used. Also, don't forget my cookbook, Holidays. Get it. It's available now. You can get it on Amazon. Stop by Whole Foods and come see me. I'll serve you a cocktail. Enjoy.